Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome to another Investing 365 video. Today we're going to be talking about Lucid Motors and the potential merger with CCIV. A lot of you guys have been talking probably on Twitter or StockTwits or many other platforms like Discord, Facebook groups, Instagram about this possible merger, and a lot of this has been driving the stock price up, and it's very, very plain to see. The reason being is because Lucid is a very, very enticing company to be a part of as far as being an investor or even, owning a Lucid car. It's a very beautiful car, and that's what I want to talk about today. We're going to dive into the Lucid car. We're going to talk about what we know so far up to date as far as the merger goes, and I will also share with you guys exactly what I think about this merger, if it will even likely happen or not, and if it's worth buying shares now or waiting till the deal is complete. So first and foremost, I want to show you guys the Lucid car itself. So here we have the exterior of the car. This car looks absolutely incredible. I also wanted to take you guys to the Lucid website. If you haven't been here before, it's just lucidmotors.com. Go check them out. On here, you'll see their max projected range, the price that this car will start from, and the max horsepower. Now, the 517 mile range car doesn't actually start from 69,900, and you can see that as you go and design yours up here in the top left. And we're gonna go ahead and do that just real quick, just to give you guys an idea of what the cars will look like. So here we have the Dream Edition. This is the 503 mile projected range. Here is the one that I'm personally looking at. If I were to purchase one, this is probably the one I would get because it has the most amount of range, 517, the most in the industry at the date of the recording. 517 miles of range, but also 800 horsepower. And this one will be coming sometime in 2021. This is summer 2021, but it also could come a little bit later as far as mass orders go. So maybe the first couple of models you'll see, drive around the streets in summer of 2021, but as far as actual mass production, that's what we want to see from Lucid. That will probably come later in early 2022 or maybe even 2023. Let's take a look at the interior of the car, and here are some pictures I have for you guys of the interior. Absolutely incredible. As you can see, this very futuristic feel as far as the dashboard. You have the wheel here that looks really, really futuristic. Then you have this dash here that looks very, very unique to the EV market, especially Tesla. Is very simple. This is also simple, but it also feels like it has more to it. Then you have the iPad looking thing here that also Tesla has right now. And then you have, just regular seats and the middle console, which looks very, very similar to Tesla's. And you have the back seats, which are these zero gravity seats, which make you feel like you're just floating, which, seemingly they look really, really comfortable. And then you also have this middle panel here. Let me see if I can find a picture for you guys. Definitely different than a lot of cars right now. I would consider this the Porsche or maybe the Rolls-Royce of EVs, if I had to, kind of describe Lucid's car type in a sentence. Next, I wanted to look at the Lucid Factory and kind of what they've done so far, and then we'll dive into CCIV and everything that we know so far about this merger. So the Lucid Factory was built in Casa Grande, Arizona. It actually took about 11 months to finish this gigafactory, essentially, which is quite fast for a factory of this size. And Lucid stated that it will start producing up to 30,000 vehicles per year at the plant in 2021. So sometime this year, we can see up to 30,000 vehicles per year, which is already the number that NIO is producing, and they are valued at $89 billion. Meanwhile, Lucid is valued somewhere around $15 billion. So that's pretty impressive. And they have plans to ramp up capacity to 400,000 units annually. Now, we won't see that for about 2 to 3 years minimum. And that's okay, because Tesla took a really long time to get up to this capacity. They are only now reaching 500,000 units annually. They haven't quite hit the million number that they're seeking to hit. So what do we know about CCIV so far? Churchill Capital leader Michael Klein and Lucid Motors have not confirmed a deal. Klein acknowledged the rumors, but said he could not share anything at this time. Even with those cautionary words, investors are determined. As you can see, the price of the stock, if I can pull up a chart for you guys, CCIV stock chart. I'm just gonna look at the weekly. As you can see, it went from $15 per share all the way up to $21.10-ish. It's pretty much been 18 bucks since January 15th and into this week as well. This is very, very interesting that even if it does open at a $15 billion valuation, and it does end up, merging with Churchill, and they were also able to produce around 30,000 cars per year, that would put them somewhere in the ballpark of the same as NIO, which, like I mentioned before, is valued at $89 billion versus Lucid's $15 billion. So that would put it at a very, very interesting place in the running for EVs in general. And here I want to show you guys some evidence from Bloomberg about the actual merger itself. So it says preliminary info may change. Churchill Capital Corp proposed to acquire Lucid Motors Inc. The transaction was proposed on 1/4/14/2021. So this proposal went out 6 days ago as I'm recording this video. As you're watching it, maybe 7, 8, 9, 10 days. So financial terms of the transaction are unknown, and that's kind of all we had at the time. And at the time that this was posted, Churchill was sitting around $17.9 per share, which is about what it's sitting at now. And I also wanted to point out this awesome breakdown of everything that we know so far. And I'll just go through these really, really fast for you guys. So you guys understand what we know so far about the merger, if it's going to happen or not. All this is speculation still, but here is what we have on our plate as of today. News from Bloomberg that Lucid Motors is in talks to list via Michael Klein SPAC. So we already know that. Michael Klein was on the Churchill Fireside Chat hosted by IPO Edge and ICR. He said, those companies we are targeting, we have been investigating for years. He said he can't comment on the rumors. That part we knew. Andrew Laveris is chairman of the Lucid board of directors and operating partner of Churchill Capital. Kind of interesting. Lucid is hiring SEC reporting manager, stock plan administrator, and investor relations positions, which is a sign that they might be going public, right? Google search spike from Riyadh region on CCIV before the rumors began. Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia owns a majority stake in Lucid Motors following their $1 billion private investment. Jim Cramer comments on Lucid Motors during lightning round and rumored merger. Yes, it's one of those good ones. And I spent a lot of time on this group. I saw Churchill Capital and I said, darn it, I wish I had gotten that one before, because they're very, very smart people. David Faber from CNBC shot down the merger rumors, claiming no way it's a done deal. Jim Cramer was on the show with him and seemed completely dumbfounded. I said to buy on lightning round last night because I thought the story was spot on. According to source from Alex Cutler, Lucid Motors had a company meeting about going public on January 15th. They plan to go public by April so that they can start distributing vehicles in June. They could neither confirm nor deny using the reverse merger pathway to go public. Trading volume increased significantly on CCIV for 7 consecutive days. Today was probably the first day that was a little bit steady. Peggy Johnson is an operating partner at Churchill Capital and CEO of Magic Leap. One of the investors for Magic Leap is Saudi Peef, who owns more than half of Lucid Motors. PitchBook is showing Lucid with status as in progress merger with Churchill Capital. PitchBook profile for Lucid Motors shows latest deal type as reverse merger. So here we have all the evidence that people have pretty much put together over the last few weeks in regards to this merger that might be potential. So you might be thinking, what is my price target for a company like this? Well, if we were to take Churchill's price point in mind and we were just to say, okay, Churchill is sitting at $18 per share. Let's say the merger goes through at $20 or $30 per share, right? Which is absolutely reasonable. Let's say it goes through and let's just call it $30 for easy math. And Lucid Motors says, okay, now our stock is worth $15 billion. And we still plan to produce 30,000 cars. Well, with how much the EV space has grown, and likely a lot of Tesla investors that have made a lot of money investing in Tesla in the early days will probably take some of their investments and put it into other EVs. We've already seen this happen. Companies like NIO and Nikola, even though I don't really like the company, they do have some potential to take over some of the EV space, right? But let's say we're looking at $30 per share at a $15 billion valuation. We can consider that if they do uphold those delivery numbers and the hype is there for a good reason, right? They're promising really, really good numbers for the cars, estimated range, good product, great design, decent pricing, right? This is luxury. People are willing to pay for luxury, especially at this caliber. And they're also able to deliver all those promises. Not only are they going to get a lot of orders and reservations for these cars, if they can deliver that $30,000 number of cars delivered in the first year, I could definitely see them getting to NIO size. That would put whatever dollar amount, so let's say $30 per share, that would put them at $180 per share. Personally, I'm pretty bullish on the company. I already own shares of CCIV just based on speculation. Again, always do your own research. This is not investment advice. But personally, I own shares and I continuously buy in if the price dips down below where I bought them at originally. I believe my average purchase price is sitting between $14 and $15. And honestly, if it dips below 15, I'll probably buy more shares. If it stays at 18, I'm happy with what I own already. And if the merger goes through, I'll probably be stocking up a little bit more as the merger goes through because I want to be invested when things actually go through. Sure, speculation is good. Sure, putting some of your money towards the high risk, high reward payout is also good. if it pans out. Now, if it doesn't, I don't want you or I to be holding our bags during something that's still speculative, right? Because if it turns out that they're not going through this merger, guess what? Anyone that's invested in CCIV is going to lose a lot of money, and I don't want that to be you or I. So make sure you invest with caution. If you do decide to buy up some shares, always be careful with something risky like this. Do your own research and make sure you keep up with what's going on, because if they announce the merger and the price spikes and you don't have any shares and you were thinking about getting in as soon as they announce it and you missed the announcement by a few days and the price goes up 2-3x, well, you might have missed the boat, and then you end up FOMOing in, and that's really bad too, because you never want to be on the side of fear of missing out. So if you're thinking that, hey, I want to get into a potential, this might be the time to buy. Again, not financial advice, just my own opinion. Go check out CCIV if you haven't already. Go research Lucid if you haven't already. Great company, great team. People are calling it the Tesla killer. I don't think it's a Tesla killer. If anything, it's just a Tesla rival, and it's more on the luxurious side. So I would consider it like a Porsche or like a Rolls Royce of EVs. Again, look into it yourself. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to smash the like button. It really helps out the channel. And maybe leave a comment down in the section below of video you'd like to see, or if you already bought CCIV, or what you think of the company, or what you think of Lucid, or what you think about this merger, anything like that. I always love hearing from you guys, and I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you might have. If I have the answers, of course. If not, I might be able to point you in the right direction of someone that knows the answers. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Feel free to check out the links down in the description below, where you can get a free stock from Robinhood, $20 free from Stash, 2 or more stocks free from Webull, or $10 free from M1 Finance.